Welcome to day 8. It's a foggy morning here in Giscaro, France, and this is where we stayed last night. Somebody's beautiful home that they also turned into a gîte. Actually, it's a really cool story. The couple met on the Camino. They didn't fall in love on the Camino, actually. They just met and kept in contact for a couple months, and 6 months to a year later, they decided to make a go of it. He's German, she's French. They moved here. Bought this place because the person who owned it before was getting rid of it, but they didn't want to let it go away because it had been a gîte for years and years and years. So now they're living the dream, I guess, for the last 5 years. Anyway, we got this nice walk out, and it's going to be a long day, almost 40 kilometers. Not looking forward to it. So this is the town of Giscaro that we just stayed in last night. Actually, what I thought was cool was this spider web right here. Now, was that strong enough to withstand all the strong winds from yesterday? Or did he build that last night after the storm? Question is, I don't know. Maybe if I could find Charlotte, she could tell me all about the web and how long it takes to make it. I mean, she made webs overnight for that amazing pig, so I guess it could have been made overnight after the rain. Anyway, heading through the town, which there's not much to. There's one building, there's 2 buildings, both look like houses. But I can't see a lot because of the fog. So through the fog here in this little town of Giscaro, we did find the church. So through the fog in this little town of Giscaro, we've come upon the church. And there it is. And yeah, and of course, no, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. And why isn't there a car coming? Oh, wait a second. There is a car coming. Why not? 7 o'clock in the morning. Gotta love it. Anyway, we're headed that way on the road because it's really wet and muddy. And people in the gîte told us to try this way if it was wet and muddy. So I'm trying this way. Well, it's the first day we've had to deal with mud and puddles and wet grass. And if you remember anything from last year, boy did I hate wet grass because my shoes leaked like a sieve after the 3rd day. Then again, it did rain like 30 days out of 34. But surprisingly, my shoes are wet on the outside, my feet are dry on the inside. That's a good thing for Rob. So you know, when you go to Disneyland and they have all these old looking things, you know, buildings and such, and they take great care to make them look old, and things are falling apart like that, and like this wall right here. I mean, and they make it so fake looking. Well, I mean, it looks pretty real, but geez, talk about real. This is the real thing that they're trying to get at. And we're in Gimont. It's a really cool old town. I'd back up, but there's a major street right here. But just thought I'd show you that. I mean, yeah, they do their best to make that kind of thing look real. And here, it actually is real. Probably not going to get this all in before the next car comes by because I'm on a major metropolitan thoroughfare here. But this is the church here in Gimont, and you can barely see it in the clouds there. It's pretty neat looking. Wow, I did do it. Incredible. Okay, so we're in the center of this fudge sickles. Okay, so we're in the center of this town called Gimont. And there's no way we're going to be able to avoid the cars because they're just all over the place. I just got to show you a couple things. That's kind of cool. And then this. Looks like at some point it was an overhanging, perhaps market? I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was always a parking lot, but there's somebody I know over here. It's Nikolai! How are you? Everybody meet Nikolai. Say hello, Nikolai.
Ça va?
Oui, say hello.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Good morning.
Alright, we'll be back in a second. Anyway, as I was saying before, this was turned into a parking lot slash, you know, the Le Mans. It appears that this was probably a market. Covered, you know, it's right in the middle of town. I don't see any signs or anything, but it's pretty neat. Anyway, we're going to head off towards the way Nikolai went, which is that way. So we're coming up on our second church here in Gimont, just as we were about to leave. And it's connected to this structure, which, yep, not really sure what it is, but that's okay. It's neat. It's old, as you can see through the trees. coming up on the church. Take a nice picture of this, if we can. Yeah, ooh, there's a steeple up there with a star in it and a cross. Cool. Well, the sun has finally broken through the clouds, and wow, imagine that. Car's coming. Not a shock. Anyway, this is just our view looking back, and now we're going to go forward. Our next little town, about 1.5 miles away, you can see a church steeple. Well, I could see one. Geez, what happened to it? Didn't fall down, did it? Well, it's over there. Anyway, we're headed that way. I'm sure it's still there. Okay, there it is. I knew there was a steeple up there somewhere. I can see it. Can you see it? Maybe I'll have to zoom in. Maybe my eyes are better than my phone is. But I can see it. And that's the next town. I already forget the name of it. I'll figure it out eventually. All I hope is there's a store open. I could use something sweet and sugary to drink. Like Orangina. Okay, well there's the name of the town. OBA. And yes, I'm breathing heavy because I know this will come as a shock, but this town is at the top of a hill. Thanks, Danielle, for letting me know why. Yeah. Okay. Just another nice little house and garden right here, walking into OBA. That's cool. Not huge, not small. I could live there. As we start to get here into the middle of OBA, we have the Virgin Mary. And over here, off in the distance, nice shot of the church steeple. We're headed that direction. We'll show you a little more. We've come up along the church. Just taking a nice little shot here from the street. And these houses right here actually are what I really wanted to get a shot of. All the shutters, all crammed right together. It's pretty cool. And this stairway here. I mean, these steps coming down. Nice stone steps. That's pretty neat. Little town square. And there's the mairie, if we all remember what that is from the past trip. And the front of the church. And the door's open, so we might just go inside and take a gander. Clock, tower, sun. Oh yeah. Master again, Rob. Not too far outside Oublier, I've just come across this house that's covered in ivy. And I'm like, this is really pretty neat. And yep, that's definitely a place I could live in as well. So it's another day with views. I mean, yeah, every day is a day with views. Just different kinds of views. Some good, some bad. This one again, another day you can see the Pyrenees way off in the distance with the snow on top. We're going to be crossing those now in about 2 weeks. Yeah. I wonder if there'll be snow then. I know it's kind of far off in the distance over here, but this chateau right here, it's got turrets up there, Danielle. Wow, Danielle. That's twice in one day I've mentioned you. Turrets. 2 of them that I can see. I hope that's what they're called. Yeah. Anyway. It's sunny, sunny, sunny. Green. Beautiful day after all that rain last night. Considering all the rain last night, we've been very fortunate with the amount of mud we've seen. But even though this isn't mud, these huge ruts from the runoff are just crazy difficult and slippery. I know you really can't tell from this picture probably, and I'm actually trying to walk at the same time. But trust me, it's a little treacherous, especially since we're going downhill. Oh. Well, here we are at the Gîte de Saint-Cric, and it's a recommended establishment for pelerins, and the Camino goes that way. We don't have a reservation. We're going to go down here, see if they have any beds available, because we're a little tired. We've already walked 30 kilometers. We don't really want to walk 10 more, but we'll do what we have to do when we have to do it. Fingers crossed. So they did have a bed for me, so this is where we're going to be staying. I don't know the name of it, but they have a great view. So I'm just going to show you the view right here. Lovely clouds, beautiful clouds. And of course at the top of a hill. We've talked about top of hills, but what a great view. I need to take a nap.